Yo, what's up? This is Joe from Joe's University Girls General Peach, capital of the state, baby. All right, boys and girls, this is part two of the, I guess it's part two of the roll pan. So this is what I did. I'm going to find something where I can set this phone up. All right. So this is what I did. So I got the bed, or excuse me, I got the roll pan on, and like in the first video you see I have those sheet screws holding it. So at the bottom, if I'm going to weld it, I'm going to have to use silicone bronze, because silicone bronze, if you don't know about silicone bronze, just look it up, do the research, it lets it flex, no rust, blah, blah, blah. Ain't going to get into all that, but I am going to get into this part. Let me move this over in case this thing ain't picking up right. All right, there we go. So at the bottom of the roll pan, where it rolls, where the bedside rolls and the roll pan rolls, what I have done is I have welded or tack welded two studs to the inner side of the roll pan. Then I marked it, and then the little lip that's on the bed side that comes under, and it's got a little 1/8" lip, I snipped that and smoothed that down. Now, the bed side is not flat, it's raised. So what I've done is I have made a bracket, and I have notched the bracket up where it won't be really visible unless you like literally get in there and look at it. And I've made it where you can use shims to adjust the throw in or out. So this is what I did. I took a piece of plate and I put it in a shear and I sheared it. I made two pieces like this. Now this hole here, it was just to hold it to the table so I could drill this hole in there. That hole in there is the first hole. That hole was the first hole. And then I have the finished one in this hand. I notched it again here and made a smaller hole, almost like a snowman, right? And the reason why I've done that is so this thing can slide in, and once it slides in, it'll be able to grab a hold. So what I did was, is I took one of these little bolts, cut the head of it off, and I welded it to the back side of the roll pan. All right, so that's what I did. Then I put the bolt in it like this, and I bolted it to the roll pan. Now, where it landed at from the bedside and the roll pan, I took a Sharpie and I marked it because it's not straight, it's at an angle. I marked it. And then once I'd done that, I kind of eyeballed it to see how much I need to throw in versus out. So I said I want enough adjustment where I can pull it in or adjust it so I can get the body lines right. So then what I did there was, since I marked it, then I took it over to my brake, and this is what I did. You notice it's not straight. See, it's at an angle, right? So it's at an angle, and there's the little snowman notch that I made. The reason why I made it like that is so this part here is going to weld inside the bedside, right? Like that. And you see this is at, it's at an angle. And that's because it's going uphill or downhill, whatever how you want to say it. So the way this works is this is going to get up in there, and once it gets in there, I get it like this, and then when I slide it over, it's in that part, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, Jay. Somebody said, well, you could have moved over and made the hole bigger, and but that's fine, it's okay. If that's the way you want to do it, that's the way you want to do it. This is the way I did it, okay? And somebody out there might have a better way, but this is the way I did it, okay? So, once it gets in there, it slides over, and it's in that little teardrop. Just like anything else you hang on the wall, you got a big hole, drops in, it hangs on, okay? So it hangs on like this, right? And then once it hangs on like that, then this, you see, this is higher than the roll pan. And the reason why is so I can tighten it up or lock nuts is what I'll do. So once I put the first one on, you know, this is just a regular nut. So the first nut will be like that, right? And it'll be like this, like that, right? Okay? And then the next one will be there, and then I can adjust in or out on the throw on the roll pan how I want it to go. And the reason why I'm gonna put a nylon lock nut on the bottom side is cause, and I might dab a little red Loctite on it too, whatever. So I'll run that nylon lock nut on there upside down, and then I'll put the other one on there, and then I'll jam that one, and then we're good. So I got that stud out like that, right? And then this will drop down, go over like this, like so, right? Then I'll put another nylon lock nut on there, and then what I'll do is I'll adjust it, the throw, on how much, I'll adjust it on how much I want this to go in or out, like that. So this tab is going to go right here on this stud, and it will grab the inside of this, and I will spot weld it to this. Should be good as snuff. So that's what I just come up with in just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing on this. So I've already made one. So now I have to make a mirror image. Let me flip this over. Now, don't get crazy now, because this one, in theory, this one should work on that side, but I only bent one because I want to make sure. I'm gonna put this one on that side, and it's gonna be different. Because see, if you turn this around, the skinny end's on the bottom and the fat end's on the top. If I rotate this 180 degrees, now the skinny end's on the top and the fat end's on the bottom. It's not gonna be right. So I have to make this an opposite of that. So I have to make it reversed. So I appreciate you. Like I say, this is what I did. I'm sure somebody out there's probably done it a different way or whatever. This is how I done it. So don't worry about the man up the road or the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch before I sweep off anybody else. Put God first, that loose end grab, peace, chicken grease, I'm out.